Hey guys, I wasn't planning on making a video yet, but this just kind of cropped up and I really wanted to give my opinions on it, and it's the mid-season reinforcements for White Noise. More specifically, I'm going to go through the buffs and nerfs and the meta implications and my opinions of those buffs and nerfs, rather than like the general fixes and stuff like that. So first up is an ELA NERF, which, yes, I know that 99% of the player base began to just tingle with excitement, so let's jump into it. Her Scorpion now has a 40 round magazine rather than a 50 round magazine. This means that she can still take on maybe 3 or 4 opponents, but she just needs a little more finesse, like better aim kind of thing, better accuracy. And now, rather than just taking out 3 or 4 enemies easily without reloading, he now requires a lot more skill in that sense. And whilst I personally didn't hate the fact that she had a 50 round mag, I didn't care about it really, but I didn't think it was her main issue. I thought the main issue was the gadget, which is luckily getting nerfed as well, so this is definitely a step in the right direction. And more importantly, in my opinion, is the concussion effect. It now no longer stops enemies from sprinting, which in my opinion was a massive issue with it. Like, what's the point in picking Legion, for example, when one of his unique features was stopping attackers from sprinting, and Ela could do that as well, so it was kind of like, well, what's the point? So it kind of just didn't make sense to me that one of his unique aspects could just be done by another operator and more. So yeah, it made no sense. And also the effects of the Grismot wear off at 4 seconds rather than what they used to, which was 7 seconds, with an exception of the sound and movement impairment. So getting slowed and, you know, your hearing being a bit dodgy, that will last 7 seconds, but everything else will wear off at 4 seconds, which is really good. And the Grismot nerf applies to both Ela and Zofia. Just good times overall. Next up is a flat R4C damage nerf, which is of course Ash's assault rifle. It's just a damage nerf at all ranges, like no range is going to be different, which I think is well deserved. It won't push Ash anywhere out of being arguably the best offense operator, but it's definitely a step in the right direction for nerfing her down a bit. But the R4C combined with everything else that Ash had made the weapon just ridiculously broken. And I agree with this nerf because it makes the G36 more viable, and Ash is a bit easier to fight now because, you know, she's not going to two-shot you or whatever. So overall a good time. Next up is a Capital buff to his Power 308, which is an assault rifle. It has increased damage in closer ranges, but like as the range goes out, the damage drop off, it will end up at the same point as it is now. So in closer ranges he's going to be better basically, which is good because that weapon is, in the nicest way possible, a pile of garbage. It's definitely well deserved, but I think that Capital deserves a breaching method to be a little better. Frags would be very nice, but maybe Ubisoft won't go back to that. Breach charges could work, but for now the damage buff is pretty good and I'm happy with that. We also have a Twitch nerf where the ammo in her drones goes from 15 to 5 each, so in total she only has 10 shock drone shots. Maybe I'm being a little bit biased, but this seems a little much. Reducing it to 10 sounds reasonable, but considering the thing can't jump, seems like it might just turn into a bad gadget again. But in saying that, I thought about it a little bit before recording this, and I think that it may not be too bad. Twitch has amazing weapons compensate, and realistically destroying up to 10 gadgets doesn't sound too bad at all. So after a while of thinking about it, it's not so bad, although it is a huge nerf and it is one of my main attacking operators. But without further ado, next up is the Legion's Goo Mine trap timer. It's being reduced from 35 seconds to 30 seconds, which in my opinion is a well-deserved buff. I've always thought ever since he came out that he needed that reducing 30 seconds, so that's good. And in reducing Ela's effectiveness, and Twitch's effectiveness, and buffing Legion, might even push him into the meta a little bit more, which I'm definitely glad about because I quite like Legion in a lot of cases. Last is a Bandit nerf where he now only has 2 barbed wire rather than 3. This is definitely impactful. One of the reasons I love Bandit is because when I'm solo queuing in ranked and no one brings barbed wire, I can still bring 3 rather than just 2. I don't know if this will push him out of the meta. It's definitely impactful though, because his gun is amazing still, his gadget's still amazing. We'll just have to wait and see. Right now I'm a little salty about the Twitch and Bandit nerfs because I like those operators a lot. But in a few weeks, when the patch comes out and I've had a chance to play with it, maybe I'll be over it and it won't be so bad. But anyway, thanks for watching this video. It was a little bit of a short one, probably not actually short, but it felt short. And yeah, this video just came out of nowhere. I was planning on making it right now, but you know, I have, because I definitely want to discuss the mid-season reinforcements buffs and nerfs, because I think they're definitely impactful to the meta. Not in a way that like Ash is going to stay in the meta, ELA's probably going to stay in the meta. Like, these operators aren't going to really go anywhere, but it's definitely, like, you know, balancing them out with the other operators as well. So anyway, I'll see you in the next video, and thanks for watching. Bye.